Hello everyone, I'm the marvelous Mr. Mattie, and today I'd like to talk to you about life and death. And so what happens to us when we die anyway? Well, some people would say almost everybody goes to heaven, right? Except for those really bad people. They still go to hell. But if almost everybody goes to heaven when they die, then why aren't we all just killing ourselves so that we can get a promotion and go from earth up to heaven? But we don't do that, do we? Maybe it's because deep down inside we already know that most of us probably are not automatically going to heaven. Now some other people might say, oh, well, when you die, that's it. That's the end of it. Nothing happens after that. But if that's the case, then why is it that so many people who suffer so much for so long and really want to commit suicide just can't bring themselves to do it? Wouldn't it just end the pain if death means just the end of everything? So that seems to suggest that we know death isn't really the end either. Something else happens afterwards. But how do we know this? Well, it's because this isn't our first life. We've been reincarnated. And for most of us, well, every time we died in the past, we got sent to either purgatory or hell. When you get sent to purgatory, you have to take a number and wait in line to be able to go live life again. And if you get sent to hell, then it's going to take a lot longer before your number is called, and you're in a place where they kind of forgot to turn off the heat for a really long time. Not a great situation. So that's why so many of us are so afraid of death. So what can we do about it? How can we avoid this fear of death? Well, that's what life is all about. Because you see, the purpose of life is for us to learn how to get into heaven and to help other people learn how to get into heaven as well. So there are 4 basic parts to this. One part is our simply discovering for ourselves, learning, knowing for ourselves how we can get into heaven. And it's actually pretty simple. You're ready to get into heaven if you're really good to everyone. That's what it takes. When you think about it, it makes sense. God can't really let jerks into heaven, because if he did, then there wouldn't be heaven anymore, because the souls there would be abused. And that's not what heaven is like. Incidentally, when I say you should treat everyone well, that includes yourself too. Because if you're constantly abusing yourself inside, then how can you experience heaven when even if everyone else is really good to you, you're still not good enough to yourself? So that's the first thing, just knowing that you need to be good to everybody. That's the first aspect of life. The second thing is actually being good to everyone, showing this through your actions, practicing actually what I'm preaching right now. And you don't have to do this for a really long time in your life, but at least just a little while before you die. And if you do, then you're going to be ready to go to heaven. And at the moment of death, if you have that good feeling in your heart, then if you pray to God for protection along the way, then there's a good chance you're going to make it there. But now that's not all. There are other reasons we're here living on earth too. Another reason, the third reason, is to teach other people how to make it into heaven. You can do this in 2 different ways. One is to do what I'm doing right now, which is just telling people what to do. And the other way is through your actions. Actually demonstrate what it means to be good to people. That's another way of teaching people how to prepare themselves for this, how to actually be good to other people. And then finally, the fourth thing is a little bit different. The fourth thing is to give people more time to buy people more time to learn how to be good to other people and to prepare themselves for getting into heaven. And we do this in many ways. We can do it through providing people with their physical needs, such as food and clothing and shelter and medical care. We can also do it through providing people with emotional needs, things like affection, encouragement, making things clean and beautiful for them. All these things that we do in life for other people, it makes your stress levels lower, it makes them healthier, it makes them happier, and it prolongs their lives. And the more time they have to figure everything out, then the bigger chance they have of actually getting there, of actually learning how to be ready for heaven, and actually then getting into heaven. And so that's basically what life and death are all about. So please do like, share, subscribe, do the hula. And I am putting in the description box my email address for PayPal. I would really appreciate if people could send me 1 cent, that's $0.01 US. And thank you very much for tuning in. I am the marvelous Mr. Mattie, signing off.